nipa na to abano ye na musafam ye ana nipa na my president ye na musafam ye no arete me kase sama mi wa bonega mi le juma bia ye sika bia ni mi o ma fami won jini se me be bankra mi bankra be pesika mi ba be duru krano o mo ti mi mami welcome o mama mi baby semenda ma sabiresa a mi bomi kios mi ti mu ye kakra o mata mi greda o ma ba be se no o mo si yanko ai fa ne be ko Gana fo ai fa ne be ko ye China ni ye India ni ye America ni ye US ni ye Togo ni ye Ghana ayeni arete na mopambe ye Ghana pay for it na mopambe ye enu na me jase no enu na ne ha me ba
ya bana wala la wala bana kai deninga
Abatuta metura mubedada ye abatuta metura mubedada ye se tu abanivia mubeji yesu enu na miti ase no Gana fo enu na na amipa
Mame mabushafo nyina akwa abase ne mu nyina munim dada no freedom fighters tenase say di ampacho na ye won sema hodo na ye pese de bremu ntia yato amu no we enye kasa tintini bia ene enye Saturday nyame ya adoma mo nhye no so Saturday ya ebe freedom fighters betenase ne ye di nkomo ye nkomo nyina efa oman Ghana ho nti say time so a ya no abomode no aka kire onuanom say almost every Saturday bia na ebo Ghana 8 p.m. yetenase edi nkomo ehwe oman Ghana ne ye kone ne ye kompacho say eba Ghana politics oman nchichire ho nsem ahensem odi an freedom fighters and for man ntuma mpacho enwie peye okoto ba bia so omoka mpacho obetumi e de party eyi na ewo numu no ahya ase akasa ntia basa memfi wo mu na mombra na betie final asema ewo ho no ewo ha sei papa yi a oda so your friend Desmond Amofa o say I'm watching you from Berlin time am share program ya yes ye bebe ya na ono de onya message ni bete ekire ho nti Mr. Amofa ye chia papa o Berlin Vigators dear is Alice in Ordnung okay me das papa Roberta Omari me do papa bi won de say me chia papa Margaret Ousu me chia Seti Nate Coblins and on Subutu Seti Nate won to say John Efriye Juliana Abe Douglas Chireme Augustina Atta onu Ramon to say Madam Papa Ohene your prophecy about John Dumelo as a Greek minister has come to pass la and no yeah Yankee Ebenezer I want to say me do as papa pa kwesi akwa mechia wo menu na what is yeda mu nyina mase ntima ba mesra mo ne mbetumi ayama ye ne se mon share video no ma afoforo so nsa entumi kan bi wa mesra mo a mon share video no na afoforo nsa kan bi ene me wo the nation uncle e wa ha se mpacha o hwehwe na okọ Facebook the nation uncle TV ubehu no ho okọ YouTube the nation uncle TV and so ubehu no ho edian ye different of ya the nation uncle over mo akwa
yeah minia
bibia boko ya si guani o se de anyasam ketua o yi enra na ka sem ne ye program eja ayam hihia na enkofo bibire de te Germany me na o ka se no hwe se ne Germany su akeka no ho a of a deportation no
sa
there be Germany omo no omo nye ni gidigidi omo de na underground ade be chi bo si amoa we gwa ade be chi ni amoa we gwa ade be chi ni amoa ye moa free boko
our Germany want to
me offer me no ka say nyasam keto o hwe deportation dem didi anya Germany so nko a kamia say Europe no offer wo ma bre
abrofona bre
ni metimi aka o ma bre for ma bre intina asema eno so e wo hanom no na ni nyina chi no
ochina anase yeah this ochina e shada be die no
ye betimi de die no nkomo ne ye ekoso no na eja yakana foforo ye nuanom mbeti omuntie so a na ja se de ye wo hanom na ofa nsem ahodo e wo honom a ene yatena se de esi didi ho nkomonti no abusuafo wo hanom mesre mo Margaret Owusu ba kwasie nana boahene ose eno na menti ase no hi everyone eno na menti ase no mbacho Yak TV nso ha se ose hello yada mu nyina masem mbacho mu nhye wa na video no nsem bebre e wo honom a ese di ho nkomo ofa ensem a asisi parliament ne ye beka ho nsem na mede to so me na okasa ya papa no anwona manmu ofa se we kra ukrom ntino we de menhye danye omo de warning kese aba abesina ko parliament enra enkomo bi ko so honom a ye bete hey son of a medra can sit down no honom John Kwajo Mawugwe DUMELO nso deputy minister for food and agriculture John Mahama ena government government reduces hard fares from 75,000 Ghana cedis to 62,000 Ghana cedis according to sources oyisika millions of Ghana cedis and dollars and to honum de so one more mecca asene minim omokwa mpuntu omode efiri ho ba Ghana mu bet Ghana ban ebo ho ka epia won mo sa kwan no so enti ne ono no de so omasene ne different from ne wu betua as 1,000 as say was what so no but me hu so somewhere December no 5th December obeka say obeti omoka no so be $1,000 obeti obi a woka ode kono obeti so $1,000 ampampa na yese what so minim ne odwene fa ho nti ebekọ ho nso ne akwa akodi nkomo but ye no free ho no ma nsema hodo bebire ka ho a edoso no eno na mepese ye bedi ho enkomo baako papa we ya mede na eto so akire we ye ohene kwa me frempon okọ parliament no okoka atwi adane big topic as is in kofo ka ho asem ye bebo awura honom
I would want to
ene na omokasa son of a medra sit down eno sa statement na ba ya ama anwona mpenfo ebuofu no nanso da bia ye ba yentumi nko enya nsema esisi Ghana nti ofa yen shase
na ya my location na be to na say fio ya dubush ni na we say ya du fio dala fio ya dubush ni na we say ya du fio loko na bo we scam kwa na bo e be diri na efie ni ya tuwe say ya dubush ni na we say ya du fie o fie na gudie wo ma na do na ma to comment section wa my wa na ya my location na be to na say etu fie nkwa dala fio ya dubush ni na we say ya du fio loko na bo we scam kwa na bo e be diri na efie ni ya tuwe say ya dubush ni na we say ya du fie o fie na gudie wo ma na do na ma to comment section wa my wa na ya my location na be to na say etu fie nkwa
ova unuan mo na de omo nsema tudwa na ja menim ne obeka afa ho pacho ya bi o mic na mami o
Motemenka.
afi de o dem ofa
Oyene mame mabushafo abedwafo ehwe on YouTube nyina mame mamu nyina akwaba. Yabada mu nyina ase abribia mo support ne mo chi type mo de tie chi. Mo hwe o Hini David TV ene mo hwe on the Nation Anchor TV. Ubetimi de wadwen kire o suggestion information bi na awode ma yen so a ubetimi de ato comment section ho. Ye di dwuma ne nyina ne ye monitor. Bi awode baba bia no se wose ye mabedwafo hu anase ma ahwefo asote a ebe mo asote. Edamu nyina ase oyene yanko yensam no so straightforward no baby a video we free ba osino otino elane nansa ana na me free Kumase bankran na udru start free nyinam o start free nyinam na o de ba bewura apedwa ne osino ne mpotam wona oyene me akata me deka mo me nsi fo mo bet na me hwe de ekoso na me yem kura hyeme oyene osino krono. It is almost a condemned town. They say a cronum potamu, efie chi stores and temuna excavators and namna or mutu assassin say ya, say you ya, sa ne koso. Oh, sino, and yes, will be say, meme say, many Osino, when we are if you sino. Eti osino no kodru osino na ho no galamsey no nya de huhu bia biam se bia ye de higher sat anase ye yesie kohye mure ma na ye kohye kire bi ne ye da bi ho no efiefie mpotamu na wo ka video nim no o ma didi forest ni ma wie ye ba efiefie ni ade na na ekoso ho ahemfo ho political leaders politicians ahodo free ho opinion leaders nyina free ho womu nyina benefit free de ekoso nim to bia yinani ana mabunu no ani kromafo na womu na sebio baby womu wotie ni eba ne critical womu ni opportunity bia de tu kwan ko baby fofo bia ha no omo so aso ye omo so bo omo wadwa no womu nyina so esa ohiawese ani ahokyire nti no they are all also in.
Okay. May I say of I able to me as joining me because
this activity omoma adwuma ni wonti omoma onye
of our
temenka
me say network ni ye basa of am bacho temenka. Okay. Ye beko of I hotia wa ntino emamo remfi we video ya ye ka ho asem no mpacho enie we ukọ efie mfimfini a monhwe din monhwe soro ho no ma efie na atwa ho nyina ahia no menim mo a monhwe me no efie ene wo ho no obi fie eyem efie ne inside ena galamsey ne koso no se oba na behwe ahyase na se mekasa me do ukọ hwe din ene wo ho no ukọ achi kakra bu nse efie ebebembembembem ho no ma wo omo ha ase a omo efie ene bemben ho no bu nse camera ni twa we senka eye cameraman ankasa ne koya anka obetwa ne yi amo ofa wotemenka
mete wonka menim so so temenka
o mete wonka na wa bade a san so mai ofa ne yemi hu TV stations a wa Ghana kotwitwa ebia bapen but say we so de ekuta another level. The other time Western region everybody yankopon na me pese mbuza say John Mahama e wo ho ana se wo wu
ohene
NDC wo ho
ohene de tiene se abedwafo na hwefo mutie se ensem bi se ba ye na ebetibi de ya no atum ni aka bi nti yebese mo ya mo share video no maye mo hwe on YouTube mo mo de na mo share video no ohene se wo ye media house wo ye TV station we are journalists now we could track sa videos yi now you wa dwene sa wo de beko TV no so akoka ho dawuro ako blow horn ako create attention a amanyofo na omo na hyehyɛ galamsey we yachi no e the pressure be akoto owner no so we dey ya okateche free for resign free angel ye be dis an komo na chiri enura me call the studio for na wo create no me ne tena nkomo no be another topic for discussion. Ni nyina ka ho emre bi galamsey video bi okofa ba ebe ye hu dede unhu sa videos no mo ekroma say no
eto bubu barrier bi no
mo ekroma say no eniam ekoso okro nim nyina no amanyofo ahemfo asofo ensa wom enti we onwanim say wo bekọ akoka na o dey about TV so especially the traditional media na say social media now the fact traditional media line so direct pressure will go to your employer. Nipa na station here ne dia no pressure be kono so pressure kono so a you be threaten no wadwuma ebeba be wadwuma it will be at stake and for that matter you have no option than to tell your journalists to shut their mouth up. Enti dia koso ewo osino ne mpotamu galamsey no as I'm speaking with you now so be catch us aban say aba na galamsey o must stop it is a lie. So because you know say abansi saya banagalamsey no yetwa so it is a lie obi obeka sa che obi aboa yes san no wo mo eye no maybe ekwan ho na bia am omojai but almost forest awodo and now Erasmus Asarodonko or Kokofa footages the pictures by Menuka say Galamsey Elkoso in various forests in various sectors. Galamsey stop way. Now the traditional media news also Babakofa once because most of our rich men in this country have concessions and they are behind Galamsey Ahudu Elkoso across the country. No me say yes.
Hey, Eradi.
Eti the Elkoso was seen on Adru a chromadrum potamua and Rantiane Yana. And then Suronim, Omun, Dachi, Omun, Bibia Hono. I am penny for the Shetri, a branch of Casanonisco, the Coto Excavator, Naya Dumano. Excavator Naya Dumano, Ultimate Tofu, on one branch of Casano, every cana said they are man, they be at 2,000 and 5,000. And penny for Casana, Aya Dumano. Party chairman for party executives, constituency chairman for constituency executives.
Afameno ka say NDC buy no yes o ma ukọ pampam nkofo bi free forest bi me do more machines ko
mo de akoso ohini asofo akesi ahodo okroma say omo nyina ye galamsey asofo akesi okroma say I don't have to mention name, you know their names. Asofo bi ani baba otirim bi a obebo bia they have concessions for moye galamsey ahodo okroma say me say yes.
Ofa ana yankwaje concession yes yen twin asase na je se obi nwu okromu ana
asama abante ma ko ka kire me no o de men ko pe bi nye ne mpeska bi mfa hwe o no bu twa let's na so be di dem Ghana for the country so yes asama o ka kire me no also de men ko pe bi nye ne mpeska mfa hwe o no bu twa na mo na e de se o fa cha Ghana for e fight mom ene no kura so Ghana for e fight mom because the ama say aye din say abanse saya abanti ne party ba power na say ne party nkrofo ye bia ide obedi ama ne party nkrofo aye
enti wo ma no mo kire ayi what they say na cathedral na ya ni epia ne maguna mo hwe akufo ado se ne wasi asa mo say wo mo we mo bi say wo mo we de na ekoso na no nye hu dede na ye beto aba no ye ko ba we so it's all about interest. Send the party and a party or masem and the party out the party no na emu nkrofo wa ban mu ya obeye hu de twetwe ni pa so saa ono ne party ba ban ma na se party open na sem ba ban na ne nkrofo ba ban mu a de ekoso bia oba be defend de ekoso bi obeyi nani enti ohene de aduro no ye yakubia ya kasa bia I think say ye hu a ye beka yanka anu tum enso de 2 minutes o nsem ankasa o metimi amansa kyerɛ ya ba no ohene o muntimi emmansa kyerɛ ya ba because enkrofo atwa o ho ahia nyina are involved oni wan kokasa konfose ko asofo ahodo ebo mpa ye ma o ahemfo ahodo wan kasa o party executive constituency executives ahodo o mu nyina nsa wo na o mo ye galamsey yi wo be ye de o stop na o kyene be o menye sika no wan ya party adwuma na wanya sika ko election the man asofo binum to o mani gu esi the previous administration so no asofo no mo strategical o mo nim nyansa o mo study your politics na hu say every 8 years bia edane it next administration na oba no NDC possible so beba it ye na ne kachirema ye koka bi ma no oba ye concession na ye wa ye adwuma so no influence abeka yensa na mo a one support administration na oba no onya pape wo concession no certificate ye benye frozen. And Tiakufa do be fira by mu or issue over 200. I mean, if I'm wrong, you can correct me. Or issue over 200 certificates at the Galamsey mining certificates at the amount for this administration. Aba, yeah, chase or be catch on certificate in a month. Say the presidency has issued a letter say they will revoke all those licenses. Yeah. How many days now? How long will it take for you to revoke those licenses? What is the presidency waiting for to revoke those licenses? And they are no more trained. And so here, the also Kroma say no. Say who can? Omo obenya omo mababeye ampa can. The also nye. Good one 90% of them they support you saying it because and your omo party in penifo na eye no can. And then now omo party na ba ban mu no. O can omo be ka so kra kasa dodo.
Uye de okroma dodo. Okra unye relevant bi. Okra unye integrity. Okra ha dwene dodo because ene no omo party na bantu omo nkofo na eye tie de ka wano tum. Eto yini message corona fireman corona the same
Na
fire
offer
government so no.
Kevin Taylor kwasi ampanyini no. Yo mahama ene wo anka wa gunno wa yesi baako eye saa trumutrum ne ayi ho ayi. O president awo kana asem no na ye capable no na ni oye wo wisdom on na yesi obai wontumi. Galamsey no so mtimpacho obai tumi bibiri ba John Mahama na wo ho anyanse ikuta no ne ade anko no na ebeye no. Sisi still ana John Mahama nyamai. Ebia no nyamada.
Thank you to.
John Mahama thank you to.
Thank you to. Is our central region. Thank you to. Is our central region.
Ha! John Mahama thank you to.
I want him to work dance. Oh, what to about man also damas work dance. I just am now okay. Our central region work dance. Until dance we are. Orders na ntokwaso kwaso parliament na parliament so enkwasasem kwaso nti owi a na afia behwe de ebetima ya abo oman no na abo abo ho dia election 2024. That is what is going on here. Enti the reality is enyama kwaso oman ni mu na enye no we mu achemienu efa bi foaso efa bi support efa bi mfoaso because enye omon crop
video no madaroma why more love no na man share my
that is the state of this country. The same adwuma oyeye anayeye the same way anayejina the previous government so no. The people that were around that no muchia up start doing the same thing today and they will come against you and they will come and insult you and they will come and say that you are not credible, you are not relevant because today it is not going in favor of them. Today it is going right in their face. That is our society right now. People support things when it is not in their camp. When the moment it comes to their doorstep, they will tell you, say, no, what you are doing is not good. And across the country, and now Erasmus as a donko, can say, Galamsey, koso in our various forests, Obika just almost stop white. It's a lie. You stop Galamsey. Galamsey is still going on. Now the koso was seen. They say every wooden abedru fieno. Mimisuma a chrome of war, Misuma potem of war, because in so can say be tope. I'm not what you try to when you nabe yiri, Kwalabetu to mo. Ya the one who war best at them and the musu because mercury cyanide na omode chemicals omode fra euras as cinnamon. We are damaging our environment. We are destroying our society, our environment. Yeah, damaging, and it all bounces back to lack of eduma. Eduma anyho amochire se nipa nya eduma bi no sori anopa no bekwa koya. Onya interest in destroying his or her land. Onya interest in destroying his or her environment. But eduma niho, and the principles of living is to survive. To survive there, then necessity is the mother of invention. Man will do anything to survive, and for that matter, at the corona when him say or say now it will have effect on him or her, or just to get something to eat to survive today. But the next 20-30 years, you understand? Yeah, many papa no, no call some years, no. So no your de I can say much to assassin say ya and can keba be baby atra. And keba be baby atra. But no ahimfu, asofu, amanyofu. It's all about the money. Yes, say sassy, you brave few. Say me no ka say. Who could do cry friend of Konongumwa? Konongwe obro no go wa friend odumase. Na ko do odumase a efie mu asi won so na efie no nipa ntim. Onipa timu kura na ya to fie no atua mo tim ne ka. Edan bi a ofie ho bia no ya tu amana odan ni mu a ade san Galamsey boys ne ba fa sa amana nim kwasase ne yam kopɛ bo ho ba be yam eyi gold free. Ade achi a no me de eniama kata so no omutim. And now, Uduma say, why woman back up him for Obako Gare were guy. Not to know says I guy and hang hosty. I see in I am a guy in the Bugumna of him for the way. dwae no bugum na mo pemfo no wuye ukodu odumase a efiefia wodo odumase onyina tutumu amna etutumu amna ekwa asase no mu a yetu gold wom ohene ubedu ekrom ha on. It is becoming unbecoming. But okoka one come and now the party in favor of the party or no wenya.
Hey. And everything I'm about to say, and you better must near mobile and I can't want some no. Anyway, near Tierney, Osino, and ye krum wha say the galam say no, a krum, ye freeing with a mamba krum, and tea, Osha fee nature where she ana, Bacho bibia air coso kama. Effect in the Pacho Minyamana Mecca. John Mahama ba yese obeye sisi John so enkofo na ba account and masa unim kom dia 8 years ni a ti ampo ba din nti me no ka se forest ahodo John Mahama enkofo excavator nam kwanso a ewura forest ni gidi mo amonim no ewura mu sa Vivian Dentra na ekoso no ewura mu sa setinati liticha pechum Alfredako nti wadaroma na ne ewo ho aye de brem no ofa yankɔhwe ade wi video ewo yi eye papa bia watumi abomode aye na adwuma kakra na wanya ne kakra no so ne ma metoto ka na boys yi mfa nya ye adwuma wia no mo wia no no waje ka na si won ma mpacha aka nwure mo hore nti obetumi atie sound ne kakra why ofa
okay.
Hello, I shall for someone had a mama. I sarcasm when in yeah, they might drop me boss, they might drop for someone finding the mama. No, try there was someone finding mama. No, but I say, Casacasa be near the idea to know. It's man or man to me and to us. And I'm a boss, J. Carson in
nti eno na makas na besi na nti ampesa me raise we ne se Ghana fo aye ready wa kwantu man komnyom be bia adwuma no unim na opa wo musuo ko bia adwuma na mpa ochew obi dwetire na wo bere akoma obi dwetire na wo mumwa ya bawfom nti man ba akọ o se enchansen a woton roofing sheet ya bi ene bia iron rocks building materials no unim ne omoye boys no se unkwa untumi nya adwuma nti ene abefa manager bia na abefa nkwala ni bi obi aba wa beto nchansen oto 10 packet ya nipa ne de ka besi ona o pack egum yem pack mana na yina ka tren se mon pack 20 nti 10 packet no na o ma pack 20 o mko yi 20 ne mana na o ma yi 20 no afa baby dia kogu baby nti wani beba onso no na bie shop no wo baby na wo ha nagu saa na saa iron rocks nipa ne ba na oto yi dodo ope na monsisa 5 ngunu mu mpa cho ne asesa 15 ade agum omko yi 5 na mana no ma fa 10 na kogu baby na omso akotwa nti wo hwa ne bo na o se ba ko 7 billion ana wadi ya chena de na kwa akotum nti wo hwe se ne Ghana ICC ana Yesu ba hokura na ka kyerɛ nse onye kai na wontwi kakra na wonya ne obedi na wo so wonya ne obedi Yesu betwi ka na di Yesu betwi adi nti ofa 1 minute bi na afi yan call serious issue
enano abrantie bi kyerɛ ade bi to Facebook na mekan ye no kura pefe na wokan o se sa ukoto se Ghana mrantie dede se adwuma ni wo ye pa adwuma reality no do person o maka kyerɛ se bra be bi adwuma na yemwia wo nwu adwuma sa ukoto se Ghana mrantie ni mabunu edu ejina ho no mo ye ni adwuma ye pa adwuma ye ni adwuma nya out of sa edu no enkono don't person o mo kyerɛ ne se be bi adwuma ni yemwia adwuma no fan kokofɛ ye ho yemwia wo collapse adwuma no out of time no ba ko pena ono the officer wa tell me say me nya adwuma nti bebie bi na me nya bi nya na me ni no kure ma wo na mo men kono de the officer mo chere say bebie adwuma no na fire na ye ma wi adwuma no wi o collapse adwuma no and me de mania to form a ohini that the it say me we are where Ghana for do a ewa manane abebie adwuma boys ya collapse adwuma yi boys ya wi adwuma yi dodo na nso maba mu bu e ba na adwuma bi hu enti 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue 1 minute bi na fe yan call serious issue ahadifo you say you who be em fa asem no fa bi ohene me wi school me ebi ni fie nti me wi school na wo se me kodi pa me didi pa hodoa me ne man bi koye adwuma e wo microfinance bi ne ye ma loans the loan recovery officer because kodi di susu na me sa kodi di loans men nante chinchina ohene a month na me salary 250 cedis 2.5 me ye adwuma 3 me ye adwuma continuously for 6 months and o 2 mu free 2.5 call 300 cedis ohene e sika adwuma financial way me ne ye adwuma 2 years 50 pesos kwa manfa me na me throw resignation letter say daddy me pesa me dem adwuma no esi na me ko to abrabo no so ni 50 pesos kwa manfa. So we should not say Jumano, Bebrena and a manchen, Bebrena complaining of cheap labor as a Kajani yet. So we not say Jumano, a Kajana Nipana de Mounia, men conquer na enko ni panon fan shanai. Bebrena do ye, a Kajana what de manono, a Kajani yet, Naninja home. But on kind of a Kajani yet. A Jumani muno among themselves, no more ye a nation. A can't nation, any nation.
Connections.
Connection no more trying to sort out a nation. It's a nation and say a provision store, say a warehouse, and a Juma Bia, and near Masikaba and Tentema, or Makasa workers and strategizing Bibia, or Mubetri Fan or Toma Bonti, what is Canada come salary. Or Mubetri Frank or Tom say a more and one provision store, or more crown before kakra no more sneaky before no more yakoton no that mentality no do society it few ones be 1 out of 10 be no obetima di no krama na the moment I di do for sa kwan so already na kasa djuma no pass one year saying utility bills share cost of setting up a djuma sika odi be transportation and for so na kasa saying na so mo just start say a twi bi fam a twi bi wurama kakra sa na wo fa so no e no capital ni nyina no mo tweko no after you got your point na condemn to grabu now you have no option than to close the job and leave ohene na kan yie ne papa mu no dia na fese obi enye sika o se me mfa ntena be bi ne me yire ne me manko ani o ma me ntoka ahodo mfa nko na munye ida work and pay and I say daily sales ohene nipa say dia adwen papa bi say ba na se wonya car ibia date na wontimi ndi no kure ma no enhwe car no so ye mfa ne se wa wo dia emmoa ma adwuma ne ntimi nyina bibini adu point bi a opese oye onya ne ho ntem especially the youth no hene youth no pese omode a shortest possible time enya ne ho ntem sen wo a wo de so many years na enya wo duru ba bia waduru no a wo pese wo establish bibi na ono so enya faso bi free mu no youth na du point bi a omo pese omode within the shortest possible time na ono no ne wo baba be ya adwuma no opese ono no gain no san wo ko de bia me video na me to omo for say one na wa brochira omode adwuma ho do ahya monsa omode mo atototo omo project ahodo ano no se mo adwene amusa mu nim nyansa sen omo a it is a lie eya no mo sheda bu omani guso eya na bebre na hu ni se o Ghana ne niam mu odenti no let me consider this guy am say do maybe obesesa omo bu omani guso a kodum pempenso bi a na se omo hu se we ni paboni ni a na ya omo take action but se wo ye na se omo mfi wa that does not mean se omo nim nyansa ko bisa de bo we bra ko bisa de nye 10 cedis no beka chen so we do abuchire beka chen na no hu ri no beka chen say 20 cedis no beka chen say 15 cedis for your information. Who catch the price now or your background check and finding out from background can they compare the other catch no say no crowd with himself we are no for say no crowd with himself we are true for or hini ya would differ to the extent say and you know obi gina so na say o so ye mo apega bia dia akosoro a one hwe ya betwe no future abebo from say pine eti bebre na decide say ene me de betum ba bi na ma ya ala kakra na me yere na me ma de didi eno ka ho na esu say adwuma di kroma say no because ya dodo na omo anya bi na be bi adwuma ma adwuma ba kroma say ye kroma ban kwashampa ba ban wo hu mi adwuma ma nipa nya bi kwashampa fo e kwasala ko to aba ma omo wo mu mi adwuma ma nipa nya bi ye Individuals now, baby, human fire woman. It is about time I was a gun near Oshaya, gun near Utie, Utah, Utie. When your opportunity be send a pan Ghana, send a pan woman on it. No, the Duma Bisha was or forward Duma Bim or the project Bisha was did no correct. Now should be the Suyana would ye. Now the rate at which I know Makubi Duma collapse, Makubi Duma agu, Makubi Duma collapse. No, they say a boom come as they say, me must have been my you to know.
And that's a good
No, it is a hard penny on here because a minute me yes can me be a Jumano to that point. And now, I put myself in their shoes.
Now, dear Bacon say a Beko police station, you know, instead of saying Cabana or defend it over. I tell you, say, and now Castle person could be a Juma Ghana. Oh, get in our defia bruchecono. Right from the airport, you may ask you this canina.
Yes,
say, yeah, Waka Oba will be a Juma. I mean, nim some more Ghana for no Trimopo. Kawakwana wa bana would be BBC Befia, and you only a JJ so near Crow. 10 number, yes, it is Ghana the amount because we'll be a 10 number, only party office on issue mount. Namunina some family be a Jumana won't qua buying data, so say, Ampa would need why I see a year, Jumanti, and shall not taxi a day mount, as a demand. Be a Juma money 10 number no.
What Baba do come say now, open license, dear be a Jumano. Kowe office. Oh, sir, open so be a Juma. Oh, okay. Then I the bray, then I the two.
Okay, so my see you. So I buy me and cabo sumio.
Yes. Boss say, I just a movie who know who boss and so on. And your white envelope, you who boss, yeah, the brown envelope, you who boss. One now I didn't so big just as canna. You may your cobra, sir, one person have found about the Janefri Kuma. You be frustrated, and so when him Abrofuba, Lebanese, Chinese, UK for Americans, Omuba, when him your way. Okay, when him say you're corrupt, or when him say a penny for you're corrupt. 99% of business are succeed or Ghana and United Ghana and Libya. Talk of Malcolm, talk of ShopRite, talk of big supermarkets, talk of a Numa Hodo, a BNY Ghana for there. Dubona Japan, Abrofu China for the rate at which China more. Tre Ghana has say, Ubedu Ghana Sisiamino Casa, open one supermarket and now one shopping center, spread the park where the country, China more. Malcolm, and Ghana for there, Abrofone there, Nadia Brofone. When you see a penny for no, corrupt. The penny Omuba, that's it, Omuba apply for a space, license to set up the business. All the money that you penny for no illegal Ombe requesting in our Abrofonitia. Corruption Sika and I say money Sika Omuba requesting illegally before they offer them or they give them the certificate, they give them the working permit in our Abrofonitia. No mutia. Then they squeeze it out of your citizens. Jomba adwuma for no cheap labor. Salary also muti omu yie no. No ma squeeze salary no. Adwuma ni o man ni muti no mo beye. Ye beti betua mo ka ebia 5,000, ebia 7,000, ebia 6,000. But mo pay for dollars upon dollars and some of mo certificate nti ne ma mo 1,500, ne ma mo 2,000, ne ma mo 800. Cheap labor. Ye squeeze because the mo pay for na je no. The chief you mumujam. And the man and Mabawano are being taken cheap labor. Come need those kind of ShopRite, China money, they don't need be no more salary. And I was some year Juma or Yemesu. No more come salary, I say, and the way that they be almost on the command, what's in our human hope anything. And you Bruni do bet you bribe now open, no person would Bruni no bet you bet or bet chief citizens in the Mujam or bet squeeze their salary. And answer obey increasing the prices of Niamana. I wasn't care for 4 with me trying for 4 or the ring in a shame. I don't know.
Acquire a system, a word Germany has said. A war ye gun and in a baby Juma, however, now banning share the order that 2 hours. Obefa David Amanabe Juma fire or company where Obama 250, 200 250 something. First, in batch 2024, now you're 2 hours, you're 236, and then you're 250 BB. But sorry, 550 BB euros. And first, now you're 536. 536, yeah, 536 euros for 2 hours.
And we are
why at all? When your bank one day, so din your non, I at all, so won't me fool be cheap labor hanum. Nipanutriane Cassie, and no crano, you be no honoma or crowd, the Lubitriano come more than near or bet way norma a ya to honum. Minimum wages that down for such a yeah. And I buy when I make any answer no. I was observe nipano time I say oko onyan holiday year ni nyina no or holiday be a 1 month solid, that is 30 days. A woman I say oko the obey a linka ho ne ade ade mfimfini mu ni free day she be a week no obeko from Monday to Friday, Saturday and off, and as I said man Monday to Saturday so Tuesday man off. You are switch mpachwati asenti Tuesday no off, and next week obeko Tuesday na wenya bia Saturday off, and now Wednesday off, and bibisa Saturday no mbehwe ni nyina ene niema bia ehwe ohia
insure workers ni nyina
insure must, because untumi mefa ne nyene ne opeti say me no ka say offer okota krade ho a China for be bie ceramic shop or the same company or mucha tiles yeah the two ifie water floor tiles white tiles no but boys be free me free one be me complain say nipa no supervisor no Ghana ni no omode o masem tu nanim tiles na yitwa na epum futuro epum emusie nti ekoi mu a eno na ya nti no onhwe na nkrofo no mfa bia nose mask a ombehye just to protect themselves from ebi o ha say o hye spectacles ani mu ade no hey muntumi ankrofo gu abonte mo pekwan aba be adwuma mundu no akachre bruni no obi obed misbehavior akachre me na yenyi wo nyina di nkrofo gu wo no mo pe adwuma bebre pempempem mo nya adwuma afi na abepe nose mask na edi mu ade Ghana Yakoma supervisor no yesi fia ma no China for na kwesi fia ma no ti we mu ade bi o mbebusa so mo pe bia no yawa oni ho nti so obo ankrofo nti ama niema ese nka oyede ma omu nyina no pache omunya
ye kroma sei no oyene aban enyi sa labor force, and so we need this measures to say you try to say ubi be adwuma Ghana now you foreigner I was say utia workers kase bi ni hasa nti ono no ba ono no de ono no hwa ode mamu a be okay ama no e no de be mamu adwuma ni o man ni munti no you have no option say ubeje na waye ohene mekoye adwuma wo construction company bi before John Mahama the first 10 one now will lose 2016 no almost share hospital project across the country nana ba ko Konongo almost hospital honum contract no na China for na adwuma contract na da China for to mu see hospital no enti that time na fe na mawie school a me mani abre hospital gidigidi ana ne me se meye ana me call China for no say omo believe
obi dia banti me correct me ho ha 2024 ofa obi mane ye 2 hours ya na ye 450 euros say yatuma babeduru na wo hono 520 offer
yo
520
eti na dia ba fia ko bi adwuma o Germany bia wo ko na hye nda ho dada me bo
da ho nti wontumi mefa na yi me kan tren say wo ye adwuma ma ha nti no say na mema wo da bi
ye de no China for na o si hospital no ye ko na o ma fa as laborers na onim China ni no ono ntipi ne brofo kran sanye enti obehia intermediate ti say de wo kan say director na say bia obehia obi Ghana ni bia ono sa Ghana ni no na beye the middleman between more laborers no and the Chinese bosses and say the contractors no na China for no in their books no almost obama worker bia 50 Ghana cedis ombe make worker bia 50 Ghana cedis for a day. The day starts from 6 a.m. anopa to 4 p.m. enyumere So we are we overtime then they calculate it for you. A day sales from 6 a.m. and up to 4 p.m. and 50 Ghana cedis. In their books, China for no books, they are paying the laborers 50 Ghana cedis. But the laborers, we were paid 11 Ghana cedis. Ghana man now, intermediate now. China for no every week be our man ni parodo o maye adwuma na o salary o deserve no. Sika beba sa no Ghana ni ho no. 50 Ghana cedis to each worker and the beba no ho. No na maye 11 Ghana cedis. Ya bro. Ya bro, ohene kroma o. Oh no. Oye ye nya Ghana ni na ogina ye ntem ni China ni no. China ni so my 50 Ghana cedis. Yeah, we can see because yet me just China for them could come direct side there. Ghana for no Ghana ni ba ko Ghana for a group of Ghanaians ya for mo say mo na mo be hwa dwuma for so omo sikasem omo well-being omo social whatever ni mo na be hwa omo so wo mo no are paying the laborers 11 cedis a day for that be call adwuma construction me bi da nso abranche ma wies ko me ko hosan me de hwibaro no maye mortar chipes a hwibaro no akohwi afa na ye build concrete me ko ba kokko mi no afa ma beti me set me wu mo amoye labor construction work respect to you guys mo amaye bi pen mo amugusu ye nyina respect to you guys civil engineers construction work na gade o hene enye dwuma ketwa you started from anopa 6 a.m. me say me bo dwuma about 9 na afa me set ma beti timi wu ana me ko bisa about 12 I go break about 9 na ko bisa about say no me say about 9:35 na me say udade nyako abela 12 12 boy na China ni di mirika bae adan a 12 na abono o ma nyina nko break na ye beche emu miru na nipa miensa ko break na miensa ye adwuma na me say na mmeka miensa na o mbedi kan ko break no o hene me pie free yard ni pie free ayi we war na ye adwuma o munum no e fie straight ansa adwuma mo besi na o masi hospital na wi a eye adwuma no mansi ho biem makacha no kama ni mu manwe no meda nya katia mansi ho biem. We are being cheap labored by some kufuya omoba be adwuma o ye kroma say ya no mafa ye adwuma mo fa ye cheap labor na ni nyina kufuwa say answer na obenya the opportunity benya go through all the necessary or the right measures and sabe can either license certificate or work permit no na kwan ya de na fa su kroma frustration secretariat bribes ahoba ya de no. He has no option than to squeeze it out of you, the workers in the country, or you, the ordinary Ghanaian, or before you. It's your basa. The ordinary Ghanaian also will switch to mental wickedness, obey wicked. It's embedded. And you also say, "Corona no benya will demand no born no their survival or corona." But I don't want to me we have brought richness. I brought no we are the same. Pay or police and over to me. Who we are? We are brony adwuma okoma na who we are not chill. No do ko police station no ko oba na ye be before na kasa ye ho no oba kro no na wo chi ne pe ahomachi na busha pani ntoma gu na beti no adu kwan
dwanto ahena ba gadi yankopon man bi
ono na bokro no na wo do fa kwan anya so a wachi ne no ahomachi kokoko na ntoma kese gu abeti ye ba datwa Oso oni omo na timpotem ana se wo man mafo afi na ahomoburu nti na wo se wugya wo so a wosika ehye nti na de na kaka kasa na adwuma no de obefiri wo ba foforo na oba no so kura ba be ku ase de onu no firi ho. This is the reality in our country. And na sema ye ke obekasa meboa opani be the comment about her friend of Pa Kwesi Akwa or say I've employed more than 15 Mozambiques and a Nigerian and a couple of Ghanaians here in South Africa. I can say clearly that I can't defend any of them. Sometimes the whites are right, how they deal with us. Or you come for no. The state we are in right now, no. Aji obo de nankasa bom because it's so I mean, don't you know how to say about the juma sem. a man here the Mabuno, Messeremo, the rate at which are more permanent when young terminal. It doesn't work that way. Okay? So be a human of our Dumamua. Just be honest to the person. What mean ya Dumana? Catch any semen to me. Conditions are the mama Dumanu. It's two-way issue. Mean to me. Then a yes or besa. Okay? But catch any say a Dumano air do. And a salary minister. Won't you mean ye? No way jai. The mum say obey jet to so obey. Now betting now Bobo Crono be weano. See, I'm so crana and quay mouta. Because one more young coin tram qua. Untrend. Yan soon a year as I could not baby. And a buying be a juma and you need you my be a juma for show being says here. But no, I from when you found so honey, the next topic.
Nano video amede to so akire we ye ohene kwa me frempon ewo wa umpesu asonti we de ubetimi ahun ono nso na eja wa ye ma me se me hu ni photo wo hanom ba bi de akire wa ova ohene kwa me frempon eko parliament na okoduru honom no ono ankasa bo modern mani speech no mu no ekokopie mi se okano twi nti me akọ na yeti ni nti a aspake more talks ewo Ghana no me yenko ni enkonkoti unua na ete parliament no na sorry esi na nanu masem no koye
contribution in the local language and bring my contribution in the local language. Order 63. Are you going to do the interpretation in English? Yes, I can do that. Yeah. If you can do that, but why do you want to do it in Twi? My constituents have told me severally that they want to hear or understand most of what we speak about in Parliament in the local language. So if I can indulge you on that, I would really appreciate it.
Is that so?
Yes, please. Right. Mr. Speaker, Didin Kameda Yunyaba Aye Felicia Ajay Sir Ode and some
abusi amesre momo modern na mon share video no ma afoforo sonsan cabinet ye ne se ye bre ansana yetumi aba live ba ko ne abaye ne mo pe atie ne bi dia momo ho na ensem ehia ne ye enkwa ne ye ka ne ha sent misra wo ba ma oremfi o subscribe na afi wasia share video no na wasia hwe notification na aye settings ni ye se be ya ba live bia on sabekan why ntimpacho yanko ni enkotie
here we are to now kakra me pese me kan yakwan enye dodona enye ewo Ghana ha and afi ye street light ye ma me no eka bebre efa tourism ho ye nim sene tourism eboa krubia sene itimide sika eba ema economy no emu epija now mefa kwanya we so no masa atwe aban na dwen asi se ye nyina nim se ye vice president ye maame Jane Nana Opoku oye oba na ya na etode bia ya sefem se wonnam ba bi te se East Legon ene mia bibre a ye nuanom ma sene omo asalai ewo kwan ho a ya na eyade asemfem eni timi hu ni sese ebetimi afa akwanya bi so na yetu maifo sene be ya omunjeja kwan ho se bi obi ho a bi we free America we free UK wate Ghana opese obeji nani kakra wo Ghana opese o visit tourism sites na ohu enema bi sei na face ye street lights bebre onam a enjajuma enti emma ya na kronumani die no ya na nipa bebre nheda enya ne saa enti me fa kwanya we so na matwen aban no adwen asi problems a efa yakwan a bebre enye efa ye street lights bebre asese na fe ya na se ne yehu emma bebre ejina ekwan ho a ebi as omo nya dwuma bi abara se sebi basibra na omobo na de tu omofo se enya no nko na yɛ adwuma a ombetimi ayɛ ɛwɔ Ghana mamu ha ɛne nti sabrei mɛsan atoa so aka sɛ woba baabi te sɛ Asante Achim North hwidiem kura frɛ hwidiem a hwidiem yɛ waterfalls ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkurakura ne yie sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ Asante Achim North nso so tourism ni bi ebetumi apagya wɔ hɔ woba baabi te sɛ onyemso a ɛwɔ Asante Achim North a ɛwɔ nso so yɛ waterfalls ni bi wɔ hɔ a ɛnka yɛsi
Ova how ntinka kwaye brofo a now, Mr. Speaker, I'm gonna tell you, on Reso, when you come to on Reso, minim senen kumbisi akanafa, brade ekoye no, nye watu mi akoye eni no nyamsha, me that metia me say wow.
Oine, for the first time, Opa Ochina, pe obi manu kwa Asante Achim Central. Na man the microphone them a camera say. Onko bisa Asante Achim Central for say, I mean North, we or Kasefa Asante Achim North, and as or represent Asante Achim North, I go hwidium and then important. Ko Asante Achim North, nema nekwe interview ne bisa ekromo monten so for mrantie ne maba mere wa say, mo MP kasa o parliament enra, na bi asem no kan, ohini ubenya out of percentage, ubenya out of nipa ebia 80% of betting ya kan kire say no MP parliament asem we no kan.
Mo.
For the first of its kind, a meeting MP in Parliament, me feel as a meeting something going on in my country. For the first of its kind, I guess I'm a time in Brofu, but just a kind of minka. But for the first of its kind, meeting a MP in Parliament, me feel so natural. Say I'm listening to a representative in my country speaking. It is very good and laudable. Say you see a local language. But the reality is the opening kasa working. Metmaka say be 60% of the country etiasie. But the remaining 40% no entiasie. How many people in the north NT PSA? How many people in the voter region NT PSA? How many people in the Zimaland NT no? Ebi a Cape Coast the Infantini P no say ekakoye baako anisa. How many people on the Garland and the TP? And for that matter, it will generate a controversial topic and as a controversy say adenti yenka P. Ever because yenka ever. Not in because yenka any dialect in the north. And a gamma because yenka ga. Say yenka all this dialect. How will we come to understanding of what we are discussing? And for that matter, let us accept the white man's language, which is English. Coming to the point of saying NGP, Tumpa, Ukruma say, and that kind of, I mean, or Tina Babaye, Wababaye, Yankasa Yemuno, Obi Okra, on Tias, Yabani, Tankrasa, and Yako GP, not to me, Yanji Memega Casan, to Yanji Memen Cran Casan, to Yanji Memem Zemana, Sanji, Meme Gonja Casabin, to me. You see the parliament Japan, it will generate the controversy I generate. My solution is my solution, and I said, there is no need to have just one parliament in this country. They say and one they work run. And for that matter, MPs baby we see it be you have to relocate and come to Accra. From my point of view, I don't prefer it that way. Tenka penny for our Roman as a Ghana for better Massimiasia. And all MPs in coming from the northern region should have their parliament in the north. Tio Omubenya parliament or north. All MPs coming from either the Zimaland will have their parliament over there. All MPs coming from voter region will have their parliament in voter region. Those coming from Ashanti region, those coming from central region. We are no to abide your one representative or representative in the capital of the country. The MPs in the voter region can use ever to discuss everything to the understanding of the people of voter region. The MPs in the northern region will use the northern language. Anything that will be discussed, will use one of the most popular dialect in the north to discuss it. When they are done with their discussion and their conclusion and their voting.
Over. Jani yanko. Why? Isile mo amude kuma bebo mutime kwa ho. Yeah, yanka ofro. Why?
When is our turn? Obviously, there will come a time that the state.
Right. Yentwa so ne yanko. Amude kuma be asoso be kom ho osire mo mesre ojai. Yentwa so na de yenka we say no. Enra parliament obi didi Zanetta Rollins atem. Yanko ne yanko kan no. Eno no mo be
Ohini onim ode ba me fa ba no nsi. Where the American no.
Ya me nipa kom ho osire mo ojai. Na asem enya asem keto ase ne wa wadi kian aka no.
Ohini omunkom, ohini omunkom.
Oh, over. Share.
Omunkom.
Wa kan gwanja kasha wa na mama production de wanga wa. Emesra.
No, ohini
parliament ya bashi no. Ya bashi parliament ni nyina hwehwe. What do you want them there? Get over.
Ohini, honestly speaking, the American Kraba Buama MPs will be in their constituencies and they will know the problem and the issues from these constituencies that has to reach the top there. Because me know what say, you talk about will be from South Tongue, you talk about will be from North Tongue, you talk about will be from Volta region. No, 12 vote about an crime. Would name the cost of the constituency or Beko and our campaign. Ohini, you talk about will be from Naburugu, you talk about will be from Sandema, you talk about will be from Chuchuriga, you talk about will be from Kandoli Nario Simpani to Chotop from Navrongo Boliga or Bayer MP Pet. No, 12 you have a crime. Oh, see who be obesi
Nema AC recently I affect you most no obe that
when the original parliament taken in an inquire fortune tiasie brofu ayiri me for me no come fun tiasie ohini the course was zema MP no ababet nan crime the course voter the course western region MPs ni na bet nan crime obekọ the constituency no okọ yie and okọ campaign it the American say me suggestion say see establishing this parliament in this region sir. It will help for the MPs to remain in the regions, remain in their constituency, will speak the local dialect of their people to the understanding of their people, so that one of them, after coming together, they will choose their rep to be in the Accra, that's it, to be in the parliament in Accra. No problem.
COVID-19 ba ye no. Germany state ahodo e wa ha sei no. Mbacho ne omoye ne se mpenfo no mugina state na namu ema omo nyina akokohia no na e wo se omo ye Zoom meeting. It was perfect. Some no ka say me to Germany mbacho me ye minister also ye minister we ye na say me ye MP also ye MP offer ene ye hia ye nyina mbacho ye ko Zoom ye nyina ebe koso ministers do do san na say for do do san obi aba join mbacho ne eti osi ya na ye hwe no ano we kasa no we akasa mbacho me na mpesa me kasa okay MP beche me MP kan ho na mabam na maba kasa yentime nsi ahwe en free sade em free COVID-19 me kan offer ye lucky and down 2020 base ne bank nya adwuma si ya na ye bank online banking obi abeka no kra Germany ya toto bank bank ye wo kuremu amia ba bi me save aminim no ya to be mako form a amana ka 2 no ko yisika nko abeba ko na se wo bi a yi a okwa customer service e wo ho no ma omote ho a omutumi hwe meja main one back the whole Frankfurt main one pen e ko ho ni akagina online bibia online bibia enne mmerwa gina kuremu pa ni nyina akoba bi education no mmerwa gina kuremu no ko gina bank kwan ofa so bo na yi kpakpakpa Ghana for mmerwafo be bi sie sika ya bosom efiri na kwa no mapen so e be sine ndi yampen for na ngasa ntumi upgrade wo mo ho to the sense baby a yadru sisi na digitalization agi hini no moma ye hwe ne yemfa ho nti sa parliament ya fe ne ye kwa akosisi obi antena na ayi tise ne o kan na ya to aba ama na wo amona na ho atena ho hwe no antuto Han dan cheap wo ma me han Kumasi East Legon dia ma ne mebo ye ka bia me wura yimu ne emphasize kana sha ase ntutu nsuo ne eno dodomfuo wo mo area mo ho ma mo ye ntetete ne ma so John Mahama say obete eyi so ministers yi so onfa dudu bi anya adwuma ne ade adwen I say ahane patro most banks o ma ko digital most nti no usankofo bi o mo ni sa adwene no nti nka ne wo suggest say e kama o mo mfa so ba kan bibi o ho de ne enko afenwom ho
Oyene se nye ne sa na ebetima ye pan dia ene ye se o ka say national parliament ye wa krai ye nyusu twi dia ene ye nyadwuma omo ebi no bebere na nti dia enti ase ye beka ko raise a whole lot of controversies. Now straight to this particular issue about Senator Rollins MP ba
yenti emra Senator Rollins no say na asem no kosi o parliament
is not to generate debate. I would want to remind the House that these are national heroes. Some are on our side, some are on their side. So let us be mindful how we react when it's our turn. Obviously, there will come a time that a statement will be made in honor of the hard work of former President Nkrumah, Liman, Jerry Rawlings, Professor Mills, and all. Let us, Mr. Speaker, let us focus on their contribution.
Sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence on Sunday Papa Kulipa. Sit down.
It's me.
That's evidence on Sunday Papa Kulipa.
Their contribution.
Sit down.
It's me.
Ava
oyene
parliament for ni Jimmy boy
ye parliament no ye beda hwefo abuti ase mo ye beda mase mo nkoso na mo share video na mo like video do maye oyene ye parliament ho no e ho asem no ye ka se ye kan ye wie ne and now me can say on any day wherever you call me I can come and prove to you say 90% of those in our parliament don't deserve to be there. One more your parliament or any, I can tell you, say, so contested for class captain. Because emotionally, their emotional intelligence is very low. Emotionally, they are not intelligent. I mean, credibility wise, they don't have credibility. Home sense, wisdom. They can't wisdom and kasa. Their wisdom is that very limited. Omo diane say yako school, yako suya kenkan ni actually yako read law. Inti o article one when you bet me akande o hachiro. O article one when you bet me akande o hachiro. Now so yan fa nyansan di dwuma toto niema mo man nkonkan. Na yan kasa yan so yan timi fa odo ne asumdwe ne kroye di dwuma mbo ama ya man nkonkan no hene enni wo sa asema odi okasa yi ka yi ko boss yi ninyansa ne mbo pa wom that day that statement no ebe bo man ne kan kono anything na sasem na fie na prefi na no ba ye won yesi obanyansani asem free na no ba edwo akoma obanyansani ano masumdwe ba ma bato okwasia no frefre sotoro we di okasai nya parliament no wo ana ogina baabi ana oka asem ya ebianka sotoro no betima fa no so nchem No, be na conference to trauma no na no na conference.
Chiefs are more voters say or more Emma Abangbagben. One days providing nipa na or cancer because nipa na mama but they want to. Meaning say Zanetta enim nipa or cancer no. But almost say a parliament, speaker of parliament on one kasa any nipa namra. Yinebra, find the cancer and was a daughter of Nipakum. Oh, afa.
It tells you the kind of people you have in your so-called parliament representing you. It tells you whom they are. It do maybe now your conversation, now your proceeding. Obi wo floor kasa no mu dundum the mic. Obi wo floor kasa no mu dundum the mic.
Agro
no obi na nosim. Obi kasa no obi anu na mu. Obi kasa na ebi no yere as a KG1 for KG2 for nkola bia ya boa omo no as a secondary school ya call dining na aduane no man tem na ye de say aduane no man tem. That is how our parliamentarians behave sometimes. They behave say secondary school for ya call dining na aduane ni nyamaye ne ya fa ya tere ni ye plate ni ye de chocolate aduane no wa hiu. That's how the parliamentarians behave at times. What is the essence of the free na no buy? Nyansema in the womb, daughter of Medra. Oh, my car, some way. Oh, mine home, or Banyansani be a some free na no bar, or dinner seminal, the impactor, a backup, the assembly corner, impact, a is it positive impact? Is it negative impact? The person assembly kwamano. What kind of psychological trauma and a you think about all these things before you make a statement or before you open your mouth. Whenever you want to open your mouth and talk, make sure say the cable of your mouth is connected to the cable of your brain for you to be able to think about what you are going to open down your mouth and say. So open is it going to help the person? Is it going to motivate the person? Is it going to encourage the person? Is it good to the society for somebody to learn out of it? Is it good for it to make impact in our society? You think about all these things. And now I say, a psychological problem, mentally. You do all these calculations before you open your mouth and talk. Onya asam no wonti ase ne asam no so faso eho enimdie ansa na wakasa okasa wie pe obi tie na say nipa we die onimnyansa ne kire say asam na oka ye no odwene ho nya asam no wonti ase ehu asam no ho mo ebeboa nipa nti no epiefri na no bae enti obi tie bi ati ase asam opani die onimnyansa bero bakwahia abri bi ese oka na ntuma ye kan fa nyansani. Yes, okwasua mpo kana nutuma e kan fra nyansani de nti okwasua kana nutuma ye kan fra nyansani ni se okwasua no abribia de kebo ne connect de obeka no nwene ho etofo me se pim na koma huri etofo me se pum na bufu aba etofo me se pum na de oye nyaba na de ntitimu aba ono nwene ho okasa na asem to ho se pe afa obi ti asakwe okwasua nti abribia de taka asem bi se uka wanutum okwasua ka wanutum e beka fra nyansafo. Mebisa no say opani ya obi na no kan san kwasesem we e wo parliament wo no o tena se dwene bisa no say asem e be pie man no be what kind of positive impact will it make in our society? What improvement or the person that I'm directing this statement to know, how is it going to affect the person? If you no basa it tells you say maybe they make us say 90% of the representatives you have in our parliament, they are not there. Honestly, they don't qualify to be there, but they are there just because their party stronghold. He represented the party in their stronghold, and for that matter, they are automatically going to win to go to parliament. The here is over to scammer delegates. Our constituency, and why a party in the stronghold pay also to out delegate in the automatically. The people over there will vote for you to go to parliament. It's question can end up in parliament. Honestly speaking, our friend Baba Katrom, Baba Kushanish Baba, the Blue Mary and Macasamba, you Mina make
of a mebao. Say no, what can some we fancy Rollins Wayampa. enipa bi a papa no ekun wo nkrofo saa no onwene se okọ kai wo mo ama ebi no afa mu aba besu abedi arehu awu ba na waka
okwasua na
omo abeyi na ma esi wa America na party for na abeyi ama me apam na free wo Ghana
ohene se odwene hu se asema me bekan omo a omo de hye afrim eyo JJ Rollins na kasa na de hye sema me bekan say na beko effect be na benya wo so and oman na kasa in general no effect be na de beba de na de beba oman ni odwene sa calculations we nyina wie ohene eto da ye ba camera nim na se ye kasa yeso ye won sem bia ka betima bia na aka na basabasa saa to from amu saa o but abri bia no before say be so camera no e bisa ye ho a lot of questions asemi me kan to abonten wa ye frame ba bia asemi be yi no mano a metima koyi no mano akochire mu ana se saa na tie de ma menka de ye frame ba bia metima akoyi no mano na mom de ye frame ya metimi ni me mano ne de menka. We do all these calculations before we come to sit in front of the camera and present our story or our topic or our presentations. We penny where we free na no buy. Utimu say we send the constituency na uchecha delegate kana odinya straight onto the ballot paper no mutu abama na. Yes.
And I evidence or never find company.
Yes. 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 Agora we do a parliament one or any airtime. Yen shut down for Lontira. Yen shut down for Nonim dear who and on the money west. Said your car is why MPP near the party for what you did for the support. NBC Nibi so can be sir. And that's a can be no cotia will be a one also the party actually for and so be support. Eti empeni for of good parliament one eto maybe a na omutimi ka say oh mama nka sem we na the party for any jinja one because no matter how stupidity or how stupid you behave, your party followers, the foot soldiers, the hooligans, they will support you. Me who that bibi
Mr. Speaker Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, can I? Of Akoi.
Mr. Speaker, can
Mr. Speaker,
Speaker now, we say we fishing the pan brother. Who do our the country say we need about kai. Remember say. What we go control converting committee who are or suspend for 2 weeks. I don't know as such suspension him so mra.
Afra mo samra meto amujimi so.
Mo eti parliament one omote no we mujimi na we makova we mujimi na no videos bebre yakra menya nyeye. Omugina parliament and omo ankasa expose omo we mu na ahansase ye omo dia. Wo ahansase omo dia. Mo ahansase. Your parliamentarians are exposing themselves to you say they've shared your state lands among themselves. Ubakwana party supporters ye ni agye na omo support NDC for support omo parliamentarians. Yes, MPP for ya kronfo. Na MPP for support omo parliamentarians. Yes, NDC for ya kronfo. Ohini baby amabu sisi ya baby amete no. Omo wiya yen. Omo chamfa ye abodamfo. Se wuti abodamfo so otimi ye de ope. Ude nyansafo nipa so te say Germany ni UK ni France o otimi na de ope sa. Ye no ye moa. Momu wiya yen. Ya botam. Momu wiya yen. Na me be te ho pete kwa be kwan abegu MPC so da bi Ghana for no party full soldiers no ani je ho NDC for achebiafa MPP for achebiafa we mu support omo de we mu support omo de obi e support ne de eno anu no munye de sa MPC no mo chamfa okuje to ablakwa ena no at the vetting committee was so renting airport hills a dime much in dollars or now renting for the past 8 years. NDC for say years kabia a year. Okujeto renting mutina offer no markets What this I say was see a damn dog so. Ono so say on fa kwabane so me se mo nti oban no fala. Yeah, but down for ye bebre.
Airport ho land enni se woni pada sani bia kora ete ben ho eda plane ba ko beti afa so edan e bewure mu na akunkum nipa nyasem ketewa o
Wo ma chafa.
ya airport lands no that bia ye be bi mama na ba be one of the best in the world nti ne be hia Holland ni nyina ka ho no woni pada sani ne vision ketekete na adwen ketekete sa akoko clitoris o mu ntwitwa ma nka ketewa bi Ghana ye yesen.
Yo.
Akusumo yes na Ghana so ne Ghana akusumo ntumi yen. Tema motorway those days na it was the biggest and the second. You can kwana na yet tema motorway and the motorway I would we as Ghana de na free mu onka ho.
Yo.
Hey ready. Ofa na etwa na yempon. Why John Dumelo mpacha oni
John Dumelo. In fact, one of the appointment mete na mani aje wa ho pa John Dumelo's appointment.
Papa we de yemmo yensema mahama. Why ya de papa nyansem. Go nipa ne de na adwuma mu ehwo a efete no so.
The akanyina no say we are all hoping say John enkoye the ordinary thing. Na John obi wa mame for football an example. Players ni bo ya do training pa ba de ba match ni ma so. Players ni bo wa e ba training na o ya de papa. But match ni de na bo match na boy no de ba match man na etro kan. Obi wa e ne dia o here for himself the business are making the money ni dia. Obe pay attention obe ye the pa. But the moment I man on national position so dem ba akoto o man ni nyina so no na abeyasem. I'm not wishing that for John. I'm hoping say John betimi eden sachara e bia ba ya Greek sector nim ama aye different from the ordinary narrative ayenim no na boa ma o man nkanko yetimi akonka hene bebre na me waka o chena maba live on TikTok on YouTube about a Greek sector no na kwa me bedi akon edit policies be by about a Greek sector no kwa say this administration ekofa emu ba akopɛ kra na say ekofa bi no ma implement ya ebeboaye ohene babia me no wakasa du ohene ade a amaya hodo eye in terms of agric eye said they are creating a seed bank how they store a lot of seed of their crops.
Ofa o message about
Obviously, you are living in Africa animal farm and Ghana is not exception. You better find your way out because there is no future. Honestly speaking, maybe I could voter the way come on.
Voter country.
Honestly speaking, me and free Ghana that because I remember and the boss of the voter is still virgin to be voter. Maybe I can't make a say you can call there a condemned to grabu land, but voter there the cow now a virgin land or the other make a bomb or you say crababa no voter if
I'm because voter nyansa mo dey preserve lands and ya grotchere say of our share o munsuo ni ade ba ko bia akotena so etisa bruchire de na ye de botu atoto na ye tena so tuaka na wo ji wani chese wo hwe nature na nkasa ye wo ho say we it's so wonderful me nim de ti ayanom de kurom here yeah ba Ashanti region o si no say Ashanti region na eastern
o si no wachem
Ashanti achema na say
achem aguvado chebi no potem wachem yeah Eastern region
and almost say omo de no
ohine enti the American say enei babia ewiase aduru no oba Ghana we don't have a seed bank say ebo ye seed abadua na seed kwa moka no twi say aduaba ye seed ahodo onim abrofo nim nyansa he who controls food controls the world onipa okura aduane obetima control wiase. The oil technology manage the technology. The oil inventions manage inventions no. But we invention you obedi. Samanya car ene de hold them for car but ene de hold them adidi. Samanya technology, manya mobile phone, manya TV, manya train, manya all the technological inventions no we are now I can live. But without food I can't live. It is he who controls or he who have food have the people. Ghana, ebeya ma yense, ye jimi kurano, ye best start ya preserve ye seed. And nay, me no waka say bise kuafo ahodo amutie ye. Before you can plant maize and so many of our crops, they have to go to the agrochemist shop to go and buy the seed from there before they go and plant. And some seed no mo go to agrochemical shops no. Udua na fifi wie na sa eso a, udua sa aduaba na aso na enye dwuma bi. Fifi. Yes. Omo clone ateki your organic seed na free ensem na omo ma ye GMOs and artificially cloned seeds. Aduaba bi te se aburo, nkruma, ene de keka ho no. Even carrot okra de ukoto aduaba no na so ukodua eso a unya carrot aduaba bia na ukodua bi. You have to go and buy seed from agrochemist shop.
Okay. Not just me papa. Those days when I see a do aburo. Obu aburo na. Ye won ye a ye hata aburo no bi okra ho. Baby abia ye bebobo ye bi tira kitchen ne soro sei ne amanta aburo no wo soro na oho bebre. Eno na the next farming. Ye ba be yi ne ye tutu ni nyina na ye de akwa akodua. And say aburo na ya ba ya be bi ne mpache ye be yi bi separate egu ho no ma. Eno no da ye be dua aburo no mpache eno ene ye de ko ne akwa akodua na. Di ne ye dua ye na mu bia ye twa na ye be hata no eno a ye buo no eno ana ye be sen na chese se eno bi ni ho ba ye twitwa ne ti no ne ya preserve ni nyina ye de be kwa akodua na se ye bi ja ba ye ni bia ye be twitwa ne kakra se ne akwa akodua na eno so abo e de ama ye. Na chese se bi se
enu udua no a emo ne be wi wasase nim entimi fifi udua du a obekona mienu pe na pepe sisi ho no anya papa aje ukoto de ya gene no genetically modified one ye di nura hodo abobo no powder hodo eno na ukoto integrafo na timika se omo odi hodo timika se o we de auto a we de be so pa we de so bebere pa we de auto en shadan so sa ya ye ahodo ni nyina artificially modified one a ye de abrem wa mudi but my natural seed in Ankasa, it has been taken away from you guys. Me no can say when you power champion is our course on a Bill Gates. Bill Gates is preserving millions of seeds. Ewo somewhere Norway baby kura wako create banker. Eka banker. What two amana wasasi nim na wahye mu kama na waye mu kama wa preserve seeds. Ghana, we don't have a seed bank. All our types of crops, you want the represented, and that's you want to see that you preserve. As time goes on, no, you because what the same crops in their natural state, yet you consume organic food, and then you know, yet you say na, yet talk genetically modified seeds in the area, and then no could be a so now try who do the same seed that any year is also to be. And one thing I'll take my time and do video and tag John DUMELO, even if I have to go to his office. I'll go. He's an open person. Opportunity now drawn attention to all this kind of atrocities and all this kind of danger ahead of our country in terms of our agriculture. Let's say continue my brofo at the chemicals seeds my seed now. It will go to a point before we get a food to eat, we have to wait for them to bring us the seed before we can plant and get food to eat. And when we got to that point, we are useless on this planet. Say you go do some pempenswana, we are useless from this planet. Mami ndi kodu bibi wa hancha mwansana ya ponde. Kwesi broni epe bibini resources ahodo etwa bibini ho ahia nyina. But nanim bere ni nyina te se bibini asase. Tiemiye. Eniema bibini wo nyina muntie o, eniema bibini wo nyina kwesi broni pe. Ope gold no, ope oil, ope lithium, ope mercury, ope ni nyina o de ye niema ahodo woni man. But ade ba ko bibini wo a broni timi hu kwan a onfa so nje sa ade no. Eye one, the fertility of your land. Eno ontimi metama sa ase no nkoto ni na brof na buruti. The fertility of our land. Me no ka say ma mensa nua ketewa bi emu ade wem na memfa brunhyem emfa ho ebefifi. Abrofo na tena se hu say ya bi before no eventually see any bad Greek ho. Na se ka say jai bibia na focus on Agrika. We will control them. And by doing Agric or by making sure that we go into Agric, we have what it takes. We have the seed, we have the land. These two things, these two resources, the seed and the land, and not alone, you bet me, you share no see here. We can get a lot of money with just these two resources. We can get a lot of technology from them. They will bring us this technology just to come for food because we have the fertility, the fertile land, and we have the seed, the organic food. And do you know what they did? Almost started planning. Let us start introducing fertilizer to them. When they start using this fertilizer now, the fertilizer will go and destroy the fertility of the land. And the fertilizer, what they are used for all these years, it is on agenda. Any agenda, and then someone you fertilizer, no fan koye fuo na mo fan nia nia manan so mamo. Any agenda, fertilizer we don't be kuruma a bowl, fertilizer we don't be a bowl, fertilizer we don't be a bowl. That's not the agenda. The agenda is fertilizer new rats are sinimua. Now go kum the fertility of your land. Then the land becomes artificial land. You will need another fertilizer for your crop to be able to grow again. Without fertilizer, your crops can never succeed, can never grow. Asaba minimo ko deep kakra. The first day our original land, we don't need any fertilizer for our crops and our food to grow. If bia then you hear fertilizer bia, you hear say better bass here and no abefu. And then eventually the fertility of our land is fading out. And then bisa akuafo who do amoyefo in large quantities, they buy massive or they buy a lot of fertilizers for them to get enough crops and now a market may consume. So when you use fertilizer now, and your money to me and box said you're open. Once you use the fertilizer, keep on using it. The fertility of the land, the natural fertility, it dies off. Then the land becomes artificial land. The artificial land will need another fertilizer for the crops to keep on growing. That is the state, or that is the agenda for the fertilizers in our country. Now, this fertilizer have now entered into our land, and so from now onwards, ask in Ghana, even ask John DUMELO, without fertilizer, would not buy more. This sort of fertilizer. Now, fertilizer not settle as assassinable be artificial. Artificial land that cannot cooperate with artificial, natural seed. Natural land goes with natural seed. Produce. But now your land is artificial land. You put in natural seed, it won't work. So you need a genetically modified seed into the artificial land, feed it with fertilizer before you get your crop. See, eventually, our lands has also been taken from us. Now, Abrofo are in control of our land. Without their fertilizer, we can farm. Without their genetically modified seeds, we can plant. I know, sir, it is not completely destroyed. I say it's not completely taken away. We can go back and use our old methods to reclaim all our lands. And Galamsey, you have to stop in the process of reclaiming all our land to make sure that we make sure eventually we get the natural fertility of our land without fertilizer and those stuff. As I'm speaking with you now, China is investing massively in agriculture. Now, as I'm speaking with you, the Tetekwashi cocoa now, as I'm making some more conversation, more cocoa for money about cocoa. The Tetekwashi cocoa now, Tetefoni Bia Nanka, I don't know Ghana beg cocoa. That's not the cocoa we have anymore. Now we have genetically modified new cocoa seeds and no more. They don't plant what they are harvesting now. You have to go and buy a new cocoa seeds and go and plant. And not only the natural cocoa we know all this while. They have new breed of cocoa right now.
Offer. And also me and my papa wo cocoa. Ye ti cocoa no na say ye be or na esi dua cocoa no land foforo so a. Kama cocoa we na wo dada na ba no Tetekwashi di ya wo kan no. Ye ti bi free so a na ya bo na ya konese afunu baby. Na ya bo modern ya bo bread ya yesi so na ya nese ya na nese nyi obi na nese wo hia agric officer bia. Enti ye hu se afifi aduru baby ye tu team a na ya ye tu asoa de ko baby foforo no na ya kodua ni nyina wo ho. We have our cocoa. And no sa no wa double de ni menkan bi no na ya betu akwa kodua de afa menkan ni body no. Nti aduane na ba wie no ye hu se cocoa ni nyini pe na afa ni etwa ni nyina na ye jama cocoa no ko.
Yeah.
Ti se say de no ni hobiem.
Tabi. New cocoa and there are so many, I think 4 or 5 different. That from the one cocoa man there are different breeds of cocoa now. The old cocoa now that is not what we have now. Say old cocoa now in China now fire. Do you know what will happen the next coming years? It has already happened. The world market of cocoa no have detected a metal in our cocoa. It's very
for or the saying Belgium.
Good.
And you could be but omo na di can raise our concerns and say you cocoa nye you to surface in beam. Na say China for cocoa is the best.
Good. And then you know metals have find their way into your land through chemicals, through fertilizer, through galamsey. Metals are in your land, and you are planting new breeds of cocoa, which is genetically modified, and for that matter, it will not be quality compared to the olden type in Ibium. Eti abrofoso and Tonyama fun so citizens in Kodi. It's very soon. 2 things involved. Either say you bet see the price of it at the world market so opa ton opa jai. And as you bet cultural said there be, they say the old no. It is not good for our consumption. It's yet mean to be. China, after the olden one no. And on starting a way investing a woman who the organic cocoa without fertilizer. China is doing that, is in that investment. In the next 10-20 years, China will be the leading supplier of cocoa to the world. I know, sir, I mean, you mean call Musuku Yibi, and call Monko Ridi or one when he diploma, one when he be. This hazard, I said, this danger. I mean, orchestrated against our Greek sector now. And I think he said, John DUMELO, maybe they will know. But so many more. Also, there is a saying, education is not about going to school to read and write. Education, deep education is about understanding your society, your environment, what is going on, how you can improve, you can make impact. That is education. I will try my possible best and see to have a meeting with John. John is a youth, and one thing I love about this administration, John Dramani Mahama.
John DUMELO.
No, definitely, definitely. He's giving most of the youth chance in his administration. So we need to form a Japan. John Dramani Mahama. I have a lot of videos to do. I'll do that. I'll do all those videos in appropriate time. He's giving most of the youth chance in this administration. So one team uncle representing youth now could be positively among you to know and say, okay, and Penifono have given us the opportunity and we've proven say if we get the higher seats and the higher office and we can do something. No more to papa so kwaya baza wala bi wo ho de a. And the company for na semu nkasa kwela for na semu wie enka jangu omuso. Mo manche ne baba be fire mo. Sami Jamfi no mo ye mabunu. Malik Basintele mo ye mabunu. John DUMELO no mo ye young men, mo ye youth. Mo ko ye bibi amfa sesa bi ama. Ye so camera ye company for na sem bi. John DUMELO mama bebe odri me ko fire na je den. Mo na mama be so camera na si mo so be di macham. Iti ye hwem. Okuje to black one Sam George no mo we consider you as in our rank or in our circle. Some of the mobile the youth sector na say mo nim the youth ne pe. Enti me dem anu see on a great sector ono. I think that John will know all what we have mentioned, and if he don't know, we will continue to talk about this, draw his attention. Every video maybe I'll tag him, and eventually I'll try somebody reach out to the office, and I'll make sure somebody draw attention to all this kind of our things going on in our great sector because papa in the next years ahead of us no. To say the crab will need what we mom de bruni what we free up which near shower has say no. You better say this is so bad. We are never baby. Because we will have no land, we will have no seed. What are we going to eat? Then you enjoy it. Probably Debbie. Okay, no Debbie.
1 hour 41 minutes. Nanka kakra wo ho no. Yamfa eno no short na nyame adoma yentumi nka ne nyina ne. Efa Muslim or Monsiem near you and no see another topic in the battle chair with your former Sremo or ya the nation uncle oko YouTube and never hear me ya subscribe see one thing about YouTube says I say when you're live for you know so subscribe ya sign share na your notification no more notification na wo me no ope say your bad life you post short long bibia about channel no na uhu bia just a choose all and maybe also up a highlight keke bi ho no some videos I post keke na ope ompe live na no choose intimate ya amonye ho adwuma ntia mo bebre ya amonya ya no why ofa for anu this me twa tobra na ja yanko
ma ko chia bedwafo a me hwe mo wa asisi ya the Nation Anchor TV so ma ho pa akwasi akwa e wo ha pa akwasi thank you very much ma ho ahwene pankasa e wo the Nation Anchor TV so wa asisi 30 ma ho 30 Mahu blue chip in team Mahu or the Nation Anchor TV. So thank you so much. And I feel so Mahu Linda Darling Mahu. So we share on the Nation Anchor TV. Me bacho wa we share on the Nation Anchor TV. Bia unya subscribe to your platform no. Na wa subscribe. As time goes on, the video to her na wonsa aka the woman Ghana for you. Everybody mu nyina se. Mo so amohwe on Ohini David TV. Thank you so much for your time. We will continue to come here and then always discuss national issues, not to serve an interest of a political or particular political party. No, we are here to serve, to speak on behalf of our country. And then, you know, the tradition in our country has gotten to the point to say, find a political party, defend every nonsense they do, and you'll be cheered on. And for that matter, you see many of these young bloggers and young communicators on social media, everybody is trying to get himself in one of these political parties because that is where the numbers are. We have decided to be not neutral, but to be on behalf of the country. Even if not neutral, we have decided to be on behalf of the country. Say a year from this party, any of these parties, say a year in the benefit of the country. Say a year, we are in this entire NDC. So in this year, in the betterment of our country, we are not afraid of anybody. There is no beer, nothing scares us. Nobody scares us. Nobody is behind us, instructing us to go here, not to go here. No, we are here. And no matter what me anything, because I mean, I be control for yourself. Can't go have man can't for how be or you never rot away. And no matter what me anything, because I mean, I'm trading with someone can't go have man can't for how be a one. Yen decided to say, baby, this year kakon and ye be kakon. You need society no more to the sense say, Ubia person come and go in Nanafa. Do you want him to come and go na fan? Near Bani be power view. And not be a video be. The no Moses Sam George help no parliament. Me who in a say I deal with Yano Kune. Yano Kune. It will never happen. Oh yes, sir. A MPP bloggers na coffee. And on would end the year. But me ya me video no. Na me pesa me testimony say Ghana for no muti abibiano. Omo dia adwene nyansa ne tia na say omutiri no wuna na akoswa wu. Ti me share video na say na me say, "Hey Sam George, who hwe pono in parliament really?" Me ya mane yesa say dia me gidi say
asa wo ade no.
Mo. Enso na me be kire o video ni mu say ba bi efiri ni na nya nokore. Ohine ukọ video no ase comment egu ha. Enkwasiampafo omu hwe video no mpo omu ba ya wo fa ya wo gisade we di wo kwasiapedi no mu di mate. Omu hwe video no. Oba ya oba hu say what can say caption crab me try caption say Sam George watching porn in parliament a question. Man can't full stop and see what say bia Sam George is watching porn in parliament. Me can say, but the question marks he was say Sam George watching porn in parliament. This is the cause of dirty politics. Kwa banane kind caption in tiasie. When you want Sam George watching porn in parliament na ubidi mache wa comment section. Wa video numpo. In this hour ha na sa video na me hear about Sam George watching porn in parliament. One video na ukodi mache mo. Go back and watch the video and you will see and you will understand how I address the issue. I previously me address the issue. Me addressing chronically. Me start free baby na me da baby. I don't just jump into conclusion. It is how follow me now that is how I do my presentation. And then you may better must say. I previously mo be hu say aba e be kan kura actually to me. Me dem no be si kwan and then say do sisters or birthday. And now you see those sisters' birthday. Ti mama mom birthday num kakra me ba mama impro me ba.
Wonderful.
Happy birthday to
Thank
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, what for? Me say say wo nyom sa o. Say what for to nyom sa?
My own. They deserve to be celebrated. Do you know something? Say Ghana for nipa be and I say a percentage no be 60-70%. I'm on nyina kura koma enuam mai kura ibia. Anka ye be ya nyefi politicians in koma ne be kɔ n'anim. Do you know what they've been doing? Omo ba Ghana na so omo nenam asa omo ba pro onam potamu a ohu abayo bi no onam ho no hwa abayo ne condition na timi hwe no na koto anim. Onimu ba bia onimu awofo onimu ba onya ne bushani o. But also condition ade na mo na say woton ade say why frustrated why basa ofrewa ono nkomodi die san so okay dey na wo pesa wo ye o sim pesa mesu adwuma na dokoto adwuma omo de mai wo bebire go adwuma me no ka se binum ye masters oba pon mo kura omo ye kasa ye masters
we nya kasa se bia wa ye na waba na wo de edidana na odin gwa
wo mo nka wo mo de anano Eunice onam kwa bi so ana okoto sa branche bi na baba wa bi etale wo obi hu wo ana ofra baba wa no pam branche ni so mfa na asem firi anko ana oni baba wa ni din komo no so odi e no se ne mpana no no se nti mpana na baba motale din komo ni nti ebe yi oni ni din komo ala bisa baba ya ni se okonya dwuma obisia odi abaya na to dwuma me no ka se abaya ni master o wi apon no wa o master o won kwala o bo ne bra anya no nko me ne wo ka se wo ye votarian na se wo ha na wo hwɛ me a wo ye nua mma yi a wo se utimi ehira wo
omo channel no the whole talking point wo talking point wo ho wo so wo ho
wo monye evers wo monye gas wo monye evers but one Christmas time and I am say yam pe baby out of Accra yam ko donation yam ko mo niam anuane ni ade and I'm afraid me brown voter region. And I'm pay village be voter mine. And you say, what come more money maybe Christmas time. You go to village one so soon. Looking at the condition of the people in this village, looking at
I mean, I have video everywhere. What was soon, Papa?
You go to village why is Africa more almost in Tinipanso to her. Oh, voter region. And one so soon. Or from that day, I know more adaptive village, you know. Omo de maiwa any mrantie from that village nipa nsia koto adwuma mu me no ka say enne na me no ka say entoto ye akoso a ya ge 3 acre of land ye si school ama village no omo mienu aban bia sikanim politician bia sikanim omo mienu pe ye si school ama sa village because enkola e free sa village ni ko school omo nanti almost 2 hours ansa no makọ to school afa so me cross nsuo ansa no makọ atimasi kwanso akọ school omu si school ama sa village no nkwala na ewo no mo afi bi omba Ghana e ko village ho and omafa village no se omo family enti oyene we votere na we nua mai a me dogbera na wo me ayira wo me dogbera na ma wo bana na wo musa kasi aga bo banwu na yiji abi bi akokoto de ni ma bo mpa ye manya me se omo ahotene na omo ye nipa enti ena ye omo birthday the Ebeka is Odomankoma, Inshira, Omo Katintin, Omo Ahwendene. No Mutimi Fendi Jumahodwa, Omotinina. Or any, with the Basohasi.
Piao. I was here for Yabadamina Mase, Mamma by Yentimi Mumudi Bako, Jane Banks, Kojo, and Paulina Williams, Ahnepa and Cassa, Yadamunina Masi, some Jim Vivian Jima Hottison, Edwase Papa, some by Margaret Owusu, Yadamunina Masepa, Kwesi Aqua. Force the bad out any more marking na measure a or the same me dofo ba ko bi enso e wa ha say Tip Joyce by na Emmanuel Agbevi yedam nyina masinti ha na edem bosie nyame adoma ye beto aso ochina. Good night guys and Kroma Ishmael last K good night sati nate me da se papa Mama by why abusia yeda mu nyina amase papa mesra o mema remfio mombo modern na monye hena so ni mbacho mombo modern na monye we say no my why mon subscribe to your channel no so my yeda amase papa
me see ni bana to abano ye na musa fam ye Anani bana my president ye na musa fam ye no arete na me kase sama mi wa bolega ni le juma bia ya sika bia ni mi o ma fami wo jini se me be bankra mi bankra be pesika ni ba be juru krano o mo ti mi mami welcome o mama mi be bi semenda ma sa piresa ami bomi kios mi ti mu ye kakra o mata mi greda o ma ba be se no o mo si yanko ai fa ne be ko Ghana for ai fa ne be ko ye China ni ye India ni ye America ni ye US ni ye Togo ni ye Ghana ayeni arete na mopambe ye Ghana pay for it na mopambe ye eno na me jase eno na ne ha me ba
ya bana wana la wara bana kai rNING
se abatuta me tura mo bedada ye abatuta me tura mo bedada ye se tu abani via mo betwi eso eno na me jase eno Ghana for eno na ne ha me ba